Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Octopunk Showcase 2022. This is one of my favorite days of the year where I get to show you all the new stuff I'm working on, all the old stuff I'm still working on, new trailers, announcements, surprises, all that fun stuff. Welcome, 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 everybody in the chat. Thank you, Vienna Vampire, for resubscribing for 21 months, and also thank you for helping me manage the Munich event stuff, which turns out I have news for today. I have news on all three events, including Munich, so stay tuned for that. Also, thank you, Mooney Barton, for the gift sub, Wardomages for resubscribing, 5-Foot Jewish Cactus for resubscribing, Octomom resubscribing for 30 months, almost 3 years, but really she's been with me almost 30, and Cosmodity for subscribing for 1 month, first-time subscriber. Thank you so much for joining us. I see a lot of first-time chatters in the chat. One person was like, I have too many plants. I love your username. That's great. I also have too many plants, which is more than one, because that's about as many as I can keep alive at any given time. Poor Austin gives me succulents, and I'm like, well, they don't need water at all, right? And he's like, they need some water. Oh, and thank you, Callie, for the gift subs as well. 5 gift subs. And Knick-Knack, Pattywack for the 500 bits as well. And Becky Helene for the bits. Oh, we definitely got a hype train going on. And I know that the hype is real. So I will get right into it. We have a lot of things to reveal and talk about today. First thing I want to do is talk about Patreon. What's coming this week on Patreon, as well as a reveal and a reminder of these anniversary patches. Now, I unveiled these last year on the Octopunk Showcase for 6 months, 1 year, and 2 years. If you stay consecutively for 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years, a member on Patreon, you will get a patch. And a lot of you have already been collecting these patches the past year. I sent out even more this week to those who have been with us for that long. A lot of you are going to be getting your 2-year patches in April if you stick around that long, because that was when DE came out. A lot of people joined then. But because Patreon is coming up on its 3rd year anniversary, I thought today would be a great day to reveal the 3-year patch. So this is what we've got. It is going to be a red patch for everybody who will be celebrating a 3-year anniversary within the next 12 months on Patreon. So definitely stick out for that through the rest of the year, and you can get a 3-year patch and join that very, very small club of people who will be able to earn this. In addition to this, remember that it is Valentine's month, which means that our $10 postcard of the month is our anonymous Valentines. These are all signed by different people, and you won't know who the autograph, who your secret admirer autograph is until you open the envelope and look. We have about 8 or 9 different people who are previous Octopunk collaborators who signed the back of these, and you just won't know who you get. It'll be a surprise. And also, you'll be getting a sticker, this little Octopunk Valentine's Iggy. He'll be coming with you as well in the $10 packages. For our $5 patrons, this week we'll be doing some Live Screamers digital set building. That stream will be sometime this week. I haven't decided yet. It's probably going to be Thursday at noon or so. I'll post something on Patreon on Wednesday when I upload my Live Screamer script tease of the week. But you'll be able to join me for some live set building in Unreal Engine. You'll be able to watch me build one of our digital sets for a video that I'm working on for the Live Screamer stream this weekend. So yeah, that's what's coming up this month, and you can look here for all the other things, or that's what's coming up this week, and you can look here for all the other things that are coming up this month. Wow, I have really missed a lot of notifications. We have more gift subs from Pickalily and more gift subs from Will. Oh my gosh, so many gift subs from Pickalily, actually. And bits from Captain Andor and Maddie Cosplay. A few new follows. Thank you all for joining me today. And we've got to the level 5 hype train. Holy cow. We're very, very close to capping out that hype train. Can we get it all the way into the station? We will see. Vienna Vampire says, Broke, do you want to be my Valentine? Woke, do you want to be my octopus? Well, 8 tentacles are, no, I'm not going to finish that sentence. Anyway, we'll move on to my first big announcement today for the Octopunk Showcase. I cut a new trailer for you. This is something that you haven't seen before. It's a new project, but I have alluded to it before because it is something it was like an open secret. So here we go, our first trailer for the Octopunk Showcase. This is Begin Again. I want to be able to reclaim and recreate something that I feel that I have lost. As much as I've always told myself that I just want to move forward and not look back, I find myself filled with potential regret if I miss my window of remaking that film.
Hi, say it back.
Hi.
Oh shit! We back!
Yeah. You rolling?
Oh yeah. What is a new roll?
When we shot that 2 years ago, we didn't know that it was going to find an audience, that the audience was going to accept it.
So we're trying to make this.
It's getting upgraded in so many ways, like locations, costuming. I got to actually have the right hair.
It rained on us all the way here and everything's wet.
It keeps falling off, so we had to break 3 separate pieces to hold it into place.
The volume discrepancy is very large.
Every aspect of the entire production is exponentially better. It really was the gangs back together.
This has been the most beautiful sense of closure for these characters, and also for this incredibly long and beautiful 2.5-year journey that we've been on.
Hey, what up, documentary crew?
Amazing people. What else can I say?
I love everybody in this fucking cast, man. I love getting to hang out with them between takes.
5B, take 1, Mark.
I will never in my life find a project that has meant what this has meant to me.
Let's go to Denny's! Oh my God! Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Because we're not theater kids, we're 30.
We're going to Denny's! Come on!
That was the trailer for Begin Again, which, as you can tell, is the documentary making of Detroit Reawakening. It is a feature-length documentary. I believe it'll probably land about 90 minutes to 2 hours long, crafted from over 10 hours of behind-the-scenes footage captured by Austin. That was all Austin cinematography in there. He did a really good job of doing the behind-the-scenes videography, and he really, as Chris said in the video, never did stop rolling. So essentially, this is going to come out on YouTube in August, but if you want to be the first person to see it, we'll be premiering it at our European events. So we'll be doing a live screening of it, with everybody there, at both Germany and London events. So you'll be able to see it with a crowd for the first time in a theater with us, and we'll do a Q&A afterwards as well. I'm really excited to be able to put this together because one of my favorite things that I watched last year was The Beatles Get Back, which was a very intimate, fly-on-the-wall look at this creative process for the Beatles. And I found it very enjoyable to watch. And that was sort of the inspiration for how I'm putting this together. Is there's not a lot of talking heads and editorializing. It is very much like you were on set with us. So I'm trying to make it just not even cut out the boring parts, just leave everything in that I can. Not all 10 hours, but at least, some stuff that just sort of makes you feel like you're there. So that's the goal. That's coming in August 2022 or premiering at the European events. Now, speaking of the events, I have lots of news for our various events coming up in the next few months. We have our New York premiere of Detroit Reawakening coming up in March, as well as events in Munich and London coming in July. And yes, I do have the German information today. They got back to me this morning. I paid my deposit, and we are ready to go. So here we go. The New York event is going to be on Thursday, March 24th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. That much you already know. What you didn't know is that it's going to be held at the Museum of the Moving Image in Queens, Astoria. What is very funny about that is that so many people were saying, "Oh, it's going to be in Queens. I should go visit that Museum of the Moving Image while I'm there. That's a really cool museum." And I really wanted to tell y'all that we're going to be there. Like, that is where our event is going to be held. Sure enough, like, this is a really cool venue. After party information will be coming soon. I will hopefully have information for that in a couple of weeks. And as far as admission, so this is a pretty big venue, but with COVID, I don't know if they're going to want a social distance. So I'm going to be able to say I can sell 100 general admission tickets that will go on sale Monday, February 21st for $12 each. And this will get you access to the event, and if there is an after party, it will also include the after party. That will not be a separate ticket. All $100 and up Indiegogo donors from Detroit Reawakening's campaign will be notified to claim their free ticket in advance of general admission sales. So if you are entitled a ticket through Indiegogo from donating to the DRA campaign, you will be contacted before February 21st, and you'll have an opportunity to tell me whether or not you plan to attend the event. Every person over $100 gets one ticket to one of the events. You can't come to all three for free. So yes, as Will says, two birds with one stone. So, it seems like they have a good Jim Henson exhibit there. I saw Muppets in my Google image search. And it is the home of Peter Parker. Yeah, just wave hi to Spider-Man while we're there. So yeah, basically, like I said, keep an eye out for Monday, February 21st. That is when general admission tickets will go on sale. There will be at least 100. Hopefully there'll be more. If we end up selling out, I might be able to open more, but I would just have to consult the museum in advance and be like, hey, I have like more people than I originally thought. Is that okay? Make sure that they don't try to upcharge me or anything like that. And then we will be good. As far as who is coming to New York, yours truly, Maximilian, Chris, Michael, Carla, JJ, Tasha, and Rachel Summers, RDP, are all guaranteed to come, and hopefully more. Hopefully there will be other people. The only person I know for certain is not going to be there is Austin, because unfortunately it's not on his spring break, and he cannot get off school for this. But pretty much gang's all here, coming to be there in New York, and we'll, of course, do a Q&A and other stuff afterwards. If someone comes up dressed as Spider-Man, that would be hilarious, as Julia Forrest. Yes, you are welcome to come dress as Spider-Man, I guess. Let me make sure that that's not a violation of my contract with the Museum of Moving Image. All right, so you've waited a really long time for it, so here is Munich. Munich event, Octopunk Germany, going to be held Thursday, July 21st from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Film Theater's Sindlinger Tor in Munich. This is a 400-plus seat venue. It's absolutely huge, but again, I do want to make sure that, I can reach capacity, so I'm only offering 150 general admission tickets out of the 400. That might open up, and we might be able to sell more if we sell out. This will go on sale Monday, March 7th, 2 weeks after the New York event goes on sale, also for $12 each. All $100 and up Indiegogo donors will be notified, and have an opportunity to claim a ticket to the Munich event. This theater. It is glorious. It is an old school, theater from the early 1900s, and they've converted into a cinema. It's really, really cool. I'm very much looking forward to visiting this venue. And also, thank you so much to Jackie, to Jay, and to Deviant Viennese / Vienna Vampire for helping me make this happen between, translations, German law stuff, as well as, Munich local research. Y'all were a huge help in making this happen. So give them a round of applause if you see them, and pat them on the virtual back, because I could not have done this without them. In terms of who's coming to Germany, we've got me, Maximilian, Chris, Michael, Carla, and Austin, with more to come. I think JJ's going to try to make it, so we're discussing. I think Rachel's also going to try to make it, but for now, these are the ones that I can guarantee are going to be there. And finally, London. Octopunk London will be held on Sunday, July 24th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Courthouse Hotel in Soho. This is a very small venue, so I'm only guaranteeing 35 general admission tickets going on sale Monday, March 21st for $12 each. And, you know, so if you are an Indiegogo donor and you have a guaranteed ticket somewhere and you really want to go to London, maybe London should be the one you choose because there are not very many seats. It's a 100-seat theater, and 10 of those are probably going to go to our party. So I just want to say, like, at minimum, it'll be 35 general admission tickets will go on sale. There might be more. Might be able to squeeze a couple more people in. But this is a really cool venue because it's also a hotel. And that means that we also have a hotel room rate that means you can stay at the hotel for a discount. You can stay on site at the Courthouse Hotel with our group rate, £222, including VAT per night, for each two-person room, and this includes breakfast. You can probably get a cheaper price somewhere else in London or Soho because £222 a night is quite steep. But it does include breakfast, and you could split it with somebody, and it does pay to kind of be on site where the action is. It means you can go take a nap in the middle of the day if you want. You can just roll out of bed and, you know, go to the event, and then, you know, go to the bar after for an unofficial after party, and then go back to bed. That's basically my plans. So if you are interested in this, I will have a room booking link soon. That'll be posted in the Discord because we're going to open a bunch of channels like after Octopunk Showcase where you can get more information on all three events as well as get information on meetups. So if you want to like share a room with somebody, if you want to organize travel and that sort of thing, you'll be able to go to the Discord and meet people and exchange information to be able to save some money and stuff, or to have a travel buddy of some kind. And those will basically be for New York, London, and Germany in separate channels. Let me just check the chat just to make sure there's no questions about this. Appreciation Police says it's very purple. Yes, it's very Octopunk color. That was one of the reasons I very much liked it. Jay says, I'm lazy when it comes to venues. I'd definitely stay there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how good the breakfast is, but the fact that it includes it is pretty cool. Like, we will be staying there because we'll be getting in from travel the night before, and so it's nice to just be able to, like, go to bed, roll out of bed, wake up, go downstairs, have some breakfast, and then have a full day of fun, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. As far as after parties in Europe, I do not have one planned for Munich at all. Basically, the venue and everything will be done at 6. But, like I said, the Courthouse Hotel does have many bars in it, so there might be an unofficial after party in London where I basically say, hey, let's all go to the bar and let's all just go hang out. What happens if you're late? I already booked my train to London and it overlaps. So you can, I think registration in London will be open till 1 p.m. So you'll be able to check in up till 1 o'clock. That's how long we have our little space in the bar area reserved for registration and autographs, because that will also be a thing we do in Europe. And I believe that the screenings do not start until 10 a.m. So essentially from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. is all just check-in, registration, getting your name tags and your badges, getting your seat, getting a snack, that sort of thing. And then screenings begin at 10, and then they will go until 6 p.m. So we have multiple blocks of programming and things. You can just join whenever you get there. So it is okay if you are late, so long as you get there before 1 p.m. where you can do the registration. I believe registration will be open all day in Munich because I think that they're just going to give us a dedicated area all day at the Singler Film Theater. So same situation with Munich. I would say don't be late to New York. Although we probably will not screen until at least 3 p.m. We don't really have any like dedicated check-in area or anything like that. That kind of all needs to be done at once. So there you go. Oh, your train arrives at 11 a.m. Well, you'll probably miss the first screening, but you will be able to still check in. Name tags. Thank goodness my faceblind ass loves that. Yes, I'm actually trying to design unique badges for each like event. So they'll have like your name on it, and it'll be like a little laminated badge, kind of like it's a convention, which I'm sure I will recruit my mother's help with because she's a convention chair and has the lamination machine. All right. What else do we have? So, one thing just generally that is fun about this year is that, unlike previous years with the Octopunk Showcase, when I would tell you about all the fun stuff we have coming this year, I would usually reveal some kind of Patreon exclusive, multiple Patreon exclusive short films. This is the first year where we do not have any Patreon exclusives. Every single thing I am going to share today will be coming to YouTube, with the exception of Live Screamers, which will be doing a festival run and be distributed traditionally. So that means that our short film from last year, Femme Fatale, is coming to YouTube Halloween Day. This is a fun horror film, and it will be pretty much done with its festival run by this point. So if you haven't seen Femme Fatale yet, if you haven't got an opportunity to see it yet on Patreon, just stay tuned for a little while longer and you'll be able to check out the full thing on YouTube this Halloween. I saw a question in the chat. Will everything be posted on Discord about the events? Yes, we will have full FAQ locked channels for all of the events, as well as, discussion channels for all of the events. And I will continue to reiterate them multiple times. I will post them all on social media. I'll be threading all of this. And then, of course, this will be cross-posted. This video will be cross-posted to YouTube afterwards, so you can always check out the VOD as well. All right, so as I mentioned, Live Screamers is the one thing that is not coming to YouTube, and I have lots to share about Live Screamers today. Live Screamers is the next feature film from Octopunk Media. It is the sequel to 2020's found footage horror film Live Scream, except this time it is an ensemble multiplayer experience, featuring some returning Octopunk cast, such as Michael Smallwood, Jillian Gertz, Chris Trindade, and MJ Slide, as well as many new faces. Live Screamers is starting its crowdfunding campaign this Sunday. We have a very big launch stream prepared for it, and we also have a demo video that I'm working on for it, which is not finished yet, but here is the first minute and a half of it to get you a little bit acquainted with the characters and what Live Screamers is going to be.
What's up, everybody? This is Nemo from Janus Gaming, the many faces of gaming. We've got all your favorite faces here in the studio, and also Mitch. Obviously kidding, buddy, but no, we're super excited because today we're actually joined by a very special new face. Everyone say hi to Lucy.
Hey,
Lucy!
Hi. I can't believe I'm actually here.
Well, I hope you're ready for some chaos.
As you guys know, Lucy was the biggest donor to our charity stream last month, which means she gets to record a Let's Play with us. So thank you so much for helping us raise $5,000 for St. Jude, and for sticking with us so long, Lucy. I appreciate it.
Seriously, you're our fam. We love you, and it's folks like you that let us keep doing what we're doing.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I watched you guys for years, and, this is all I've ever wanted to do.
So, what are we playing today?
Great question, Gwen. Today, we are playing House of Souls. This one was Mitch's idea, and I have no idea what it's about, so don't ask me anything.
Well, I think it's an indie game. It's not out to the public yet, but the developers reached out to me, and they gave me some early access keys. And I thought we should give it a shot.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Get it. Let's get it.
All right. Let's go.
So the full 4-minute version of that will premiere on Sunday at our Live Screamers launch stream at noon. So definitely be sure to come and join me and the cast for I believe, 7-hour launch stream as we share the Indiegogo campaign and try to hit a variety of goals on stream. March says, it continues to amaze me how much this concept really feels like a stream. Thank you so much. I have most of it edited so far, and I swear every time I finish it, I feel like I could watch it for 90 minutes, and that's the point. We want you to be able to feel like you can watch it for 90 minutes, especially when lots of blood and guts and the stakes, high stakes action happens to these poor characters. But I hope that at least gives you a little glance at kind of the editing style and the characters in advance of Sunday, where you get to see a little bit more of how much the actual gameplay and character creation looks like as well. As far as other stuff that's coming on Sunday, so I do want to reveal more information about our campaign. Like I said, we will be doing this stream from 12 to 7 on Sunday to celebrate the launch of the Indiegogo. And here are some of the guests that are going to be joining me. We have Michael Smallwood, Chris Trindade, and MJ Slide coming in at noon. We have Naoma Sanchez, who plays Lucy. She's super adorable. Love her so much. She's coming at 1. We have Anna Lynn, who plays Zelda, coming at 2. We have Lucas Hassel, who plays Mitch, coming at 4. And we have Jillian Gertz, who plays Gwen, coming at 6. Evan Michael Pierce, who plays Davey, has already sent me his in lieu of being here, I am absent video, and it is absolutely delightful. So I can't wait for you to meet Evan, even virtually, through the video that he sent me. And maybe we'll have something for Kobe Oram as well, who plays Taylor, and he'll be on set and can't join us. But I would love for you to meet him as well. In terms of the overall goal of the campaign, what I am seeking to raise overall is $25,000. That is the goal of the campaign. And if you remember from last week, we also have a stretch goal on stream. If we reach $25,000 during the live stream, I will bleach my hair. So if we meet our goal, if we meet the campaign goal in those 7 hours, I will bleach my hair. And so everybody in New York will get to see me with bleached hair in real life. So that's fun. Poltergeist says, watch us doing 69,000. I should have made that the stretch goal. Missed opportunity. I was so close. I just needed those extra few bucks. Lance Baby says, I believe in us. I believe in us too. I actually kind of want to bleach my hair, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, the overall campaign goal is $25,000. This is in addition to some investor stuff, which I'll get to in a bit. And also remember that I'm going to be giving away some Detroit Evolution Blu-rays on stream, so definitely come to stream for that too. If you have not gotten a Detroit Evolution Blu-ray, I'll be giving 4 of them away at random times in the stream chat. So this is one of your only opportunities to actually get your hands on one, because I have a very, very small amount of stock left. But in terms of what is next, so our first stretch goal, $37,500. If we raise that much money in the 30-day campaign by the end of it, we will produce an FMV Choose Your Adventure game to release alongside the film. This game will be a prequel that puts you in the shoes of a Janus Gaming fan as you meet your heroes for one day. I intend to have this have multiple endings, branching narratives, a lot of different character endings and that sort of thing. So you'll be able to get a little bit more context on some of the characters before you actually watch the movie. So they'll tie in together nicely, gives you a little bit more behind-the-scenes context of who these people are and maybe some of their secrets that you don't even find out in the film. So this will be something that we will shoot when we shoot the film, if we reach this stretch goal. And I'm really looking forward to this. I hope we can make it, because I would love to add a video game to Octopunk's lineup, and I think everybody else really wants to be in a video game as well. I know Michael Smallwood is definitely here for it. Would the game come with murder inclusive? Funny enough, because it's a prequel, it does not actually have horror elements in it. I mean, it's a little bit of a horror element, but no death and blood and mayhem. It is following everybody before the terrible things start happening to them. Can we die playing it, though? I don't know. Maybe that's an ending. Maybe I just write in some sort of secret bad ending where you, like, fall into a manhole or something. It's very Bandersnatch of me, which is basically what this is going to be. For a $50,000 goal, I will be, for the first time, pressing Austin's soundtrack on vinyl. This is actually news to him. All pledges over $50 will receive a copy of Live Screamer's soundtrack composed by Austin on vinyl if we reach $50,000. I've always wanted to make a vinyl of one of my movie soundtracks, and this seemed like a good opportunity. So if you are a vinyl file, or whatever they're called, this is a cool opportunity to be able to get a very, very unique item and a very rare item from this crowdfunding campaign if we reach $50,000. Will says, oh my god, you better stop. That stretch goal is me. I need that. Well, let's hope we can get there. We have gotten to $50,000 before on an Indiegogo campaign with DRA, so it is not necessarily impossible. But I decided to add something else to the lineup. There is one more stretch goal beyond this, and yes, it is very ambitious. And yes, I do not know if we will get there, but it is something I wanted to put on the map and something that I wanted to offer because it is something people have been asking for, and it is something that I would love the opportunity to do, especially after how everything is going this year. And that is, for $75,000, if we reach this final stretch goal, we will host a West Coast fan event in 2023, next year. I do not know if it's going to be California or Portland or Seattle or, like if it's going to be LA or San Francisco, whatever. But I do know it will include a screening of Live Screamers. I will try to bring out as many of the cast members of Live Screamers as I can, and other fun all-day events, similar to what we are doing in Europe. All $100 pledges would automatically be entitled to a ticket. And like I said, a lot of people have been asking about West Coast because New York is just too far. A lot of people in California, such as Will, who is freaking out in the chat. So we'll see. If you really want this, we can get to it. It is $75,000 overall stretch goal. I hope we can make it. I hope to come to the West Coast and see as many of you as I can in 2023, and that we can make this happen. In addition to the Indiegogo campaign, I do want to put this out there, especially because people have asked about this because they don't know if they want to double dip. If you want an executive producer credit or you plan on donating over $2,000 or more, please DM me because I have executive producer opportunities for Live Screamers. In addition to the $25,000 that I would like to raise to support the film through crowdfunding, I'm also seeking about $20,000 of private investor, not donations, but actually investments. Unlike crowdfunding, this actually gives you an opportunity to make your money back, as well as profit on the film when the film profits, and actually own equity stake in the film. So like I said, if you have at least a $2,000 pledge for that, DM me and I'll get you hooked up. I have been talking with my lawyer. He is reviewing all of my paperwork right now. He's been very accommodating. I'm very close to knowing what we're going to do with this and how we're going to arrange it. And I'm looking for about 4 or 5 more investors in addition to the ones that I already have. And if you're worried about missing out on the crowdfunding campaign, know that if you are an executive producer, you will be entitled to basically any of the Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign perks that you want. So you don't have to sacrifice losing out on your pledges and your perks and, your swag by being an executive producer. You'll be able to get pretty much anything except naming a character. I think that's the one thing I'm sort of reserving for the Indiegogo, and I only have so many of those to go around. Philo says, a rare you will hear from my lawyer. Positive. I'm really hoping to hear from my lawyer today. Essentially what we have to do is make an LLC together, and it's a whole thing. But if you have more questions about how all that works, what are the risks, what do you need to do, what's the timeline like for it, like I said, feel free to DM me. I will be happy to share as much information with you as I can about becoming an executive producer and investor in Live Screamers. Now, for our last crowdfunding campaign back on DRA, we had a stretch goal, and it was basically $20,000 on stream, and I will make a sequel to the Blair Toaster Project. Now, the Blair Toaster Project is something I made when I was 15 years old in school, and it has developed a very, very, very small cult following. It is the IP that I tend to sleep on. But I did say that I would make a sequel to the Blair Toaster Project, and I did not forget about it. This is still a thing. Coming in June 2022. Blair Toaster coming to YouTube. Do you like my little key art here? I'm very proud of this. We got the we got the 2 is the S. Of course, much like the original Blair Witch Project, our sequel is simply called Blair Toaster. Doing the just naming the horror movie again, naming conventions. And I will say, I have hooked up. Beetle the Raptor's asking, you better star in it. I am starring in it. And also returning after 15 years is Emily, who is the other star of the Blair Toaster Project. I talked to her already and I said, do you want to be in this sequel with me? And she's like, oh my God, let's do it. So it has a full returning cast from the original Blair Toaster Project after 15 years. So it will also be found footage, much like the original one. And yes, I will be starring in it as Jane. So that's coming to YouTube in June. I can't wait to share that with you. This is a very, very, very late sequel, reboot, cool, whatever. Like I said, I've been sleeping on this IP for so long, but I'm finally ready to resuscitate it and make some new toast. Now, I said I would have Etsy news today, and I have a very brief bit of Etsy news. I decided that I have a lot of older Patreon stickers. When I started introducing Patreon stickers back in May, it was really cool to be able to do like exclusive stickers every month. But I do tend to have like 10 to 15 left over at the end of every month, and they're just kind of taking up space now. So now, once a month, I will be posting my remainders on Etsy. And this first one is going to be I don't remember what month this was. I think it was like July of 2021. But the Eggs and Toast Forever Detroit Voot sticker. And let me actually publish this to Etsy. Right now, I got 12 of them. 12 of them, get them while they're hot. Etsy.com/shop/Octopunkmedia. It is now up, so you can check that out for $3.50 each with free international and domestic shipping. And like I said, I'll be doing this every month. I'll just be taking some older stock and selling the remainders. And so if you missed out on getting a Patreon sticker, you can use this as an opportunity to go do that. All right, so I have one more big thing to share with you today, and I think you know what it is. The Detroit, now I'm stuck in it again. The Detroit Reawakening trailer and release date. Thank you so much for the patience after all of these months that it has taken to work on this, but you don't have much longer to wait. It is very, very close now, and I wanted to also make sure that when I showed the trailer, it would be pretty close to the release date, so that essentially you wouldn't have to wait much longer. But here we go. Get ready.
This day never meant anything to me, and it still doesn't have to. Guess I can't blame you for not knowing on your first one.
It's not my first Valentine's Day. It's my second. I spent my first one with you as well.
Guess I forgot all that.
Curious what you didn't forget.
I saw your face back there. You were as pale as your goddamn jacket. Don't act like you didn't feel something.
I feel plenty, Detective Red.
It didn't take long after that to figure out what I wanted.
So those of you who know me know that I'm sentimental, and of course the release date is March 27th, which was the same date, the anniversary of the original Detroit Awakening. That is a Sunday as well, so it'll be premiering on YouTube Sunday morning, March 27th, after premiering in New York the Thursday before March 24th. So if you want to be the first one to see it, you can come join us in New York, but for those of you who can't join us in New York, March 27th, mark your calendars. Daisy Candy Bread is calling out the cinematography. Yes, cinematographer Rachel Summers, an absolute genius. I'm very, very, very proud of her for this. I cannot wait to share the full film with you so you can see all of that beauty. Of course, this is going to be posted to YouTube immediately. I already have it queued up, so as soon as I finish the stream, you can go to YouTube and check out the trailer and in its full 2K resolution, and also start your drawings and GIFs and everything, and it'll be on Tumblr and Instagram and stuff as well, and begin many rewatches, I'm sure, as Herman the Moth says. I'm so happy to be able to share that. Oh my gosh, Bitter Trudgy. Hey besties, where's my hand gifts? Were there hands at all in that trailer? Now I have to think about it. I don't know, you might have to zoom in. There's not as many hands in this, but there's at least one hand shot that I know of. And yes, there was a cat. We got the cat in the actual trailer, as well as some of those iconic lines like I feel plenty. And I got one more thing I want to talk about. Just mention this one's especially for Callie, because I know Callie asks about this all the time. Bless them. But Fallout Sanctuary. So what is up with that? I don't have anything new to share with Fallout Sanctuary, but if you've been wondering, like, hey, where's all like the super secret surprise announcements on this Octopunk Showcase? It's kind of stuff we already know. Well, that's because I'm kind of at capacity at this point. Live Screamers takes up a ton of time. DRA has taken up a ton of time, and then I have Begin Again as well. These are all massive feature-length, plus projects. Well, I guess with the exception of DRA, but with the VFX, it feels like it. And Fallout Sanctuary is a 10-episode series, so instead of having a lot of, Patreon-exclusive shorts, we're moving more towards feature-length, longer content that is either going publicly or traditionally distributed. Fallout Sanctuary, I intend to give you in the fall, this fall, and also I should have more information about that at the European event. The European events are kind of going to be like Octopunk Showcase Part 2. We'll definitely have more news, more first looks at things for what I've been working on in the first half of this year. So if you want to kind of have like the second half, the other part of like Octopunk Showcase, like what I would normally cram into this stream, that will kind of basically be the European events, because that's why they're like 9 hours long a piece, is because we have lots of screenings, lots of new looks, first looks at things, Q&As with cast and crew and that sort of thing. So, March I'm out here doing the most, and it's amazing. I feel kind of bad that I don't have like 15 new things to share, but there are a lot of like work in progress things that I actually have stuff to show for, so that's kind of fun. Instead of just announcing like theoretical projects, I actually have like work in progress cuts and trailers and things. So yeah, that's basically all I have for the Octopunk Showcase today. I'll be cross-posting this to YouTube, where you can visit me on there. I'm about to post the Begin Again and Detroit Reawakening trailers today as well, so you can watch those over and over again. That Live Screamers video I will not be sharing until it is completed on Sunday. So if you want to rewatch any of like what you watch with Live Screamers, you can rewatch this VOD, or wait until Sunday where you can see the full 4-minute demo video. And as always, stay great, hydrate, have a happy time zone. I will see you on Sunday, noon to 7 p.m. right here on Twitch with our Live Screamers crowdfunding campaign. Mods, throw that link in the chat to the Indiegogo sign up thing. If you haven't already signed up for the Indiegogo to get alerted when we go live, help us get to $25,000 on stream, and I will bleach my hair and we'll be able to make a movie. And like I said, as always, stay great, hydrate, have a happy time zone, and thank you so much for joining me today.